Hello and welcome to Chester Shenanigans. Today I'm going to talk about some tower attributes or targeting systems or miscellaneous things that you can add to TDX. This can also apply to some enemies. The first new thing is the interstellar attribute, which is basically means that the things that have this attribute are high up in the sky or in space. Or in between. That it depends. When it's on a tower, they become invincible. But to balance it out, it has either a high cost and a low placement limit, both, and not that good, or maybe all three. Depends on the tower. When it's on the enemy, splash transfer doesn't work. You automatically need stealth detection, and pretty much all stealth reveal things don't work with it. You basically need a specialized tower for revealing the stealth, and even then most towers help. Possibly even all towers can target it, for exception for like the menu. For maybe exception to that is the combat drone when manually controlled. So yeah, the second new thing is water targeting, which or aquatic targeting. It depends how you see it. It basically is like air targeting or stealth detection, but it only applies when enemies are either in the water or on the water. So basically, it works like for torpedoes. The only maps now that work on this is I think it's called Obscure Island, the hard map that has basically a giant arch in the middle. And research space, because some parts of the path may go on the water. Yeah. The next thing is a new mechanic called friendly fire. It's technically in the game because of the corruption, because towers can be corrupted, but it's not directly the same. What I mean is, you can have a tower that siphons strains the power-ups from other towers like EDJ or Commander. Basically the only two examples that do that passively. Not stealing, but you know what I'm talking about. And making their own buff stronger in exchange. So, or you can apply this to some bosses too. And when they spawns some units, it some health. And they can kill units to retrieve some health. So basically, it either can make your game harder or easier. Depends. The next new thing is the boss targeting, or specific boss targeting. Like I believe the elite targeting does. It either prioritizes bosses or makes that they only can target bosses. Like the anti-air that can only target air enemies. Some towers, like in my custom gladiator tower, can only auto-target the bosses. Whereas anti-air turret doesn't have a manual control. This, my gladiator tower, if you have seen the video, does. So, yeah. The next thing is buffs that increase max health and shield on towers. I've already proposed this idea with some of my support towers, so yeah, for me it's not an original idea, but I don't think I have seen any game that has health that does that. So yeah. The next thing is ricocheting, which I haven't seen or used in a while, anytime actually. Yeah, you can implement it so that if a enemy has like 50% bullet resistance, the bullet has a 50% chance just to ricochet to the other enemy. and if an enemy has a 100% then bullet resistance, it will also just ricochet. Just do that. The next thing is pierce resistance. I actually haven't seen this in a tower defense game. Basically what I mean is that if an enemy has 1 pierce resistance, it will subtract the pierce by 1. So base and bottom pass machine gunner, max bottom pass sniper, sniper until the 4th top hat. No, until the 5th top hat. Towers like that their bullets would stop. However, towers like max top hat machine gunner, max top hat sniper, for example, would just pierce 1 enemy or 3 instead of the usual 2 and 4. So basically like that. The next mechanic is a non-flat place thing, like a security camera that needs to be on the wall, a flat but non-ground surface, or a security turret that needs to be placed on the wall or pole. I don't know. The next tower feature is the platform towers, which are basically towers that allow towers to stand on them. They can't move unless they don't have a tower on. So, yeah. The next attribute is a robot attribute. While yes, it technically already exists in the form of the mechanical attribute, it's different because it can get healed, shielded, and even get revived. It can't get any other stat buffs, so range, fire rate, and damage. Those three stat buffs the robotic attribute can't get. So that's it. The next miscellaneous thing is you can degrade your towers. Basically, if you either made the upgrading mistake or just spent, or you accidentally upgraded it too much, you can click a button like the button in the show when you preview a tower. It would degrade the tower, so you would get like 50 or 70% of your money back. Yeah. The next miscellaneous thing is actual friendly bosses, like dedicated health bars, dedicated music, health. Then it can even be upgraded. However, it will be like a power up, and it will cost them money to use it. However, unlike most power ups, it's basically like a tower. You buy it and it's permanent. So yeah, you're not going to be that penalized for accidentally using it, like you're going to with the nuke. The second last idea is permanent weapon switching. Not like the steering unit passive ability, more like an ability that switches the weapon and their stats. So basically, the assassin tower I made a while ago, or the combat room when you control it, you can switch between different weapons to engage different enemies, like an assault rifle for ground enemies and a submachine gun for air enemies. The final idea is towers with multiple place environments, not like air towers where they can be basically anywhere, but more like amphibious towers that can be both on land and water. Yeah. Sorry for interrupting, but if you want to see more of my videos, check out my channel. You don't have to subscribe or like, just watch them. If you have enough patience, one of them is like 40 minutes long, so good luck, goodbye, and good night.